Hello Foxglove friends, welcome to today's reading with me Rosalind, and this is Foxglove Coaching Spiritual Guidance. We're going to be looking at what is coming in the next chapter of your life, and I haven't done the readings yet, so I'm really excited to see what is going to come out for each of these cards. Let's have a look at what we've got. So card pile number 1 is Madder, which looks absolutely lovely. Pile number 2 is Garlic. Pile number 3 is Agrimony. And if you want to go to the description, you'll find the timestamps so that you can, whichever one pops out to you the most, you can just click on the timestamp and it will take you straight to your reading. I do ask if you'd like to that you subscribe and click the like button, and it'll help to grow my channel, and it also helps you to know what's coming next and what are the new readings that I'm releasing. At the minute, I'm also doing a live with tarot and living the life of tarot, so that we go each day through a different tarot card on my shorts, and on the community bit I'm putting some other information as well, just so that it helps us to connect spiritually every day, and so that you can learn a bit about the tarot, and so that we can follow the Fool's journey through the tarot deck, having a look at how each and every card represents an aspect of us. So let's get into the readings. I'll see you in each of the piles. Hello pile 1, and welcome to today's reading, in which we will look at what is coming in the next chapter for you. So this one is the Madder. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. But this is a very auspicious card. You'll see that the sun is setting here, and there's what's called a clutie on the branch here. So quite often, well, they did this in Scotland. I went on an Outlander tour in Scotland, and also that my nana's Scottish, so I did a bit of a Scottish ancestral tour. And there was a tree that I was taken to where people had taken strips of fabric, and this one is dyed by the madder makes a red dye, so this one's dyed a red colour to represent that, and it's basically a prayer put onto a tree. So I don't know if the type of tree is important. I don't think it is. But it just means that you're putting a prayer out there or a wish out there. It can be a prayer for good health. It can be a wish for things to come. But this card in itself, you'll see the moth there. That's a hummingbird moth going to the madder flowers to get the nectar from it. This card represents that you've been through something which has created a rite of passage. So it may be a point of time in your life where you've either graduated, something's just changed, maybe you've it can be puberty or menopause, something physical that's shifted or changed. Maybe you've come through a health issue, maybe you've gone through some really tough stuff and it's kind of made you a different person. But what we'll do is we'll have a look at what's been going on before we look at what's coming in your next chapter, just so that we can make sure we're on the right track for you. So, Spirit, please can you tell us what has been going on for pile 1? Okay, so the first card we've got is Goblins. So when goblins come into your world, what they do is they push on your fears and anxieties, and they create trouble for you by being that inner critic, by kind of whispering in your ear. So like sometimes you get thoughts in your head and their judgments or their things that you suddenly go, hold on, that's not me. And it might be the conditioning of something from the past that's still repeating on you, or somebody said something mean to you, or somebody's done something that's making you go over it in your mind, and it keeps creeping back and kind of catching you and eroding your self-esteem or self-worth, or just making you feel down and not your best and brightest self. This is what goblins represents. So sometimes people will treat us in a way that could really trigger our self-worth, self-value, self-love issues, and make us feel really small and not too great about ourselves. That's what this card represents. So there's something that's been going on which has been making you feel not your very best self. Let me see. Spirit, what else have we got for pile 1, please? What else have we got for pile 1? So the next card we've got, okay, is Rescue. So you might have found that somebody has needed to help you with your situation. You might have had to turn to someone for help, to support you to get away from whatever's been causing you the distress. So whether it's a therapist, whether it's a charity, whether it's friends or family that have been supporting you to, it could be on all sorts of different scales, whether it's finding a new home, whether it's finding a new environment, whether it's just helping you to do the inner work so that you improve your self-worth, your self-love and your self-esteem. Somewhere along the line you've maybe had to ask for help, or you've had to be helped in some way. And so this is all what's been. Spirit, what else has been going on for pile 1, please? Can you show us what's been going on? Let me just push those up there. Can you show us what's been going on for pile 1, please? Okay. I think you've had a tricky time. Whatever you've been going through, it's been kind of, this is storm fields. Look and see that kind of like a tornado coming through. And what happens with storms is that we get the warm and the cold air kind of pushing together to create, elements of chaos, if you like. But quite often when we do have these elements of chaos, it can clear away the old so that something new can be built. So basically, this first Madder card is saying that all these things you've been through, whether it's arguments, falling out, conflict within yourself, if you've been feeling stressed or upset, or, all those different emotions that can come to the surface by people not being very nice, or stuff from the past that you've been trying to focus on and deal with and soothe and ease to enable you to have a better and positive life. Madder is saying that you've been through all of this, all of these things, and you've now hit a point where there's a rite of passage. You've really at a soul level done the work by going through the difficult things, which should now enable you to start to step forward into a better life. Let's have a look at why. Spirit, why has this happened for pile 1, please? Why has this happened for pile 1? So, what have we got? I've got 2 that have come out. So we've got the Page of Pentacles, which is absolutely lovely, and that's to do with new beginnings and different things happening. And then we've also got, let's bear with me a minute, we've also got the 8 of Pentacles. So what's this is saying is that with the pressure that's been applied to you, you have worked really hard to manifest something new and substantial. You've put in the hard work, whether it's study, whether it's just getting through all of these things, whether it's learning about yourself and doing inner work, you know, whatever you've been applying yourself to, whether it's in your actual job or, you know, whatever you've applied yourself to try and better yourself away from these difficult scenarios that we're being shown here, you are now manifesting your dreams and wishes, and it's at a tangible level. You're starting to be able to see that. So all of this has happened to enable you to have more at a tangible level, you know, in the real world, in the 3D. Let's see what else is going on. So this isn't quite wide enough, so I'm going to have to pop those on there. Right, so Spirit, what are we bringing in? What are we bringing in for pile 1 now then? What are we bringing in for pile 1? What is coming in the next chapter for pile 1? Oh, interesting. So this feels very different because this is a very creative and more spiritual element of you. So we've got poetry, creativity, storytelling and divination. So what it's saying here is all this hardship that you've been through that has created something positive on the tangible physical side in life. So that might be a home, it might be a job, it might be qualifications, it might be a commitment of somehow to somebody or to something. It's now enabling you to have much more of a creative time in your life, and it's a creative chapter that you're going into that will involve either you working more spiritually in some way, or enabling you to be more artistic or music or storytelling, you know, all these different things that are baking even is creative. I'd highly recommend The Artist's Way. It's a book. I'll put it in the description, but it really helps you to make choices to be more creative and helps you to get rid of self-doubt. It's really useful. It's a nice project to have if you're trying to choose a more creative lifestyle and to invite creativity into your life more. Right, Spirit, what else is coming in the next chapter for pile 1, please? What else is coming in the next chapter for pile 1, please? Oh, the unknown. We don't know where we're going. We don't know where we're going, so we're going to have to use our intuition to decide where to go next. We're going to have to trust and make choices based on our gut instincts, because where we are now is not anywhere we've ever been before. We've never experienced life in this way before, which means we haven't got anything to base it on. So whatever you're doing going forward, just take the next best step. Just use your heart space, tune into your heart space and make choices of where you want to apply yourself and where you want to apply your time based on what brings you joy and bliss. And this is also reflected in this Taliesin, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that properly, in this card here as well, about the poetry and the creativity. Both cards are about making choices based on instinct, based on what's bringing you bliss in life, and based on, you know, doing what feels right. In fact, on the crow card here, there's a little white heart, which I've never seen before. on the crow's chest. So the crow is blindfolded because it can't see, and it's trying to make a logical decision about where to go, but it actually needs to use its heart space to do that. Right, Spirit, what else have we got for pile 1, please? What else is coming into this next chapter of their lives? Oh, interesting. So we've got the Death card. So you may be entering a period in which a lot is falling away for you. And I love how we've got all the little ferns around this little rabbit or this hare, because I've just tuned into the ferns today on a walk, and I wrote a little bit about it on the community page of this, of my channel. And sometimes it takes the ferns a little while just to unravel, and they're kind of fairly short-lived, really, in the sense that the leaves take a while to unfurl, and then I could feel the joy in which they shone in the light, you know, when they're truly and fully unfurled, and get to feel the light on them in that glorious bliss, even though it then passes them by. It's sort of like not having attachment to things that no longer serve you, and being able to enjoy the moment genuinely and truly without worrying about what's coming next. But things are going to leave your life. The old version of you is finishing, and that's very clear from what we're getting in this card reading, that you've been through a really tough time. And, you know, the overriding card of the Madder is showing that you have shifted and changed from all these difficult challenges that you've been through. You are a new person. So love and forgive anything about the old version of yourself that, you know, just don't judge it. Just love the old version of yourself, knowing that it's aspects of who you are, and you've made choices and behaviours based on all sorts of different elements coming into your life, but you do the best that you can with what you've got at the time. So love that aspect of yourself as you let it go, and as you let go of things connected to that element of your life, so that you can bring in the new, because the Death card is always about a new version of you coming in. Now, I want to know, Spirit, what does that new version of pile 1 sound, look like, resonate with? Let's have a bit more about what the new version of pile 1 is going to be about, please. Oh, it's the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups. Oh, look at that. Oh, how beautiful. The Ace of Cups couldn't be better, if you ask me. I love the Ace of Cups because it's all about love, whether it's a new love coming into your life as a person, but I think, which may apply for some, remember this is a general reading, please take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. But I think, for one thing, see how the little squirrely squirrel is looking into the cup, but it's also reflected. I think there's going to be much more self-love. I think you're going to start living a life of love. You're going to find the things that you love more in life, so that you have full enjoyment and full happiness. And see these little lily pads here. Almost, it makes me think, it's probably not, but they make me think of lotuses. Well, the lotuses spring up from the mud, so they have to go through, you know, all the junky, clunky kind of muddy stuff to enable them to lift to the surface and shine. So this is the embodiment of what's coming for you. You are going to be in a space of love. You're going to love life. You're going to love yourself more, and that's only going to bring good things. Now then, what else have we got? Spirit. What challenge? What challenge have we got for pile 1? Let's have a look at that, because that'll be helpful. What challenge have we got for pile 1, please? Okay, so we've got, there may be an element where, so if this is soul empowerment, radiance, passion, birth, there might be a little bit of reluctance from you, in the sense of you're going to have to allow yourself to find that passion, and that's going to be part of your journey, to allow yourself to shine, to allow yourself to really live at an empowered level, to find your passion, to birth new things that you've created into being. You know, this is all going to be the new challenge, but what a fun challenge to have. It's really, really fantastic. So that's really, really positive as well. That's all about allowing yourself to burn as brightly as you can in a positive way, that flame of passion within you and your soul, to allow that to really come to the surface and, you know, burn really brightly at a soul level, to shine your light, to be exactly who you are, and to be unafraid to show everybody. This is your new challenge in the new chapter of your life. Hold on, I'm going to pause this a minute because my ear pod thing's fallen out. Sorry about that. If I don't pause it and I start pressing it, either music plays and my audio book starts going. Now then, let's have a look. What have we got? I'm a bit lacking in space, but I want to get you some advice. So, let's get you some little bits of advice. I'd like to say a big thanks to my friend Jill, who's lent me some different cards so that I can keep sharing all sorts of different visuals with you, because although I have absolutely oodles of cards, it's always nice to get different ones because it makes it more interesting for you. So thanks very much, Jill, if she's watching. I don't know if this will be a reading for her, we'll see. She might pick one of the other ones. So, love that. So the advice from Spirit for you is be epic today. Yeah, that ties in with Bridget. So shine as brightly as you can. Be epic. You know, feel empowered. You are awesome. You might shy away from that notion, but you're stepping into it. You're stepping into the belief that you are just as fantastic as anybody else. You deserve to be here. You are something special. I've got a few fell out. I'm going to do them all because they all make sense. Every time we break, we grow back stronger is the next bit of advice. Oh, there goes. Oh, I'll just hope it keeps working. Never mind that. Right, every time we break, we grow back stronger. So that ties in with these challenges that you've had leading up to this moment. It is never too late. So it doesn't matter when or what your age is or, you know, where you're at in life. You can always redesign and rechange your life to manifest something new, to manifest a better life. You just need to empower yourself. So back to the challenge card again. And then finally we've got because you matter. Yes, you do. So how jolly well wonderful is this? Now I want to get you a very final overriding card because I like to do that to conclude so that we get the full, you know, the full kind of rounded understanding of what's going on. So Spirit, please can I have one more card just to conclude what is coming for pile 1 in the next chapter. Rightio. Oh, mistletoe. Well, firstly, I'm going to say if you are watching this at the very time that I am presenting this to you on the day that it comes out, this is timeless, but I'd say from this moment that, you know, winter time is auspicious if you live in on the western side, well, in Britain and Eastern America. Anyway, anywhere where there's mistletoe at Christmas is what I'm saying. Now then, I just want to have a look. Let me just have a look what this one is all about, because these aren't my cards. I'm not used to it. Right, so this one is bringing in as a concluding element of what you're getting in the next chapter of your life. More healing, fertility, inspiration. So it says... I'm going to read this to you because it's nice. In the Druid ceremony of Alban Arthur, the winter solstice, all lights are extinguished at the heart of the rite to symbolise the time of the longest night. Then a candle is lit and all participants light their own candles from this one flame. This symbolises the rebirth of the sun and the birth of the Mabon, the divine child that lives in each of us. Mistletoe is then distributed to all, since missel berries symbolise the power of this moment. Drawing this card may indicate that a period of difficulty is over. Yes, which is what we've just been saying. As a new cycle dawns, just as a newborn baby should be nurtured in warmth and safety, so too should the beginnings of new projects and new phases in your life be nourished close to your heart. It's an all-healing card as well. So that's perfect because it ties in with the death card in the sense that, you know, whatever we're referring to, whether it's elements of you or elements of... I'm not going to be specific because this could apply to so many things, but basically there's so much new thing, you know, the new things are coming through. You're birthing something new into the world, whether that's a new version of you, a new relationship, a new job, a new project. Given that it's to do with creativity and things, and there's new love here, you may well be birthing an actual baby. We'll see. But it's all good. So thank you for watching so much. If you liked this, please do subscribe and tick the like button because it helps to build my channel. And do check in so that you can see what else I'm doing. I wish you a wonderful day and enjoy the new chapter of your life. Thanks for watching. Bye. Hello, Pal 2, and welcome to today's reading with me, Rosalind, Foxglove Coaching Spiritual Guidance. You have chosen the garlic card. Now, the garlic card is very interesting because it can be about not turning your back on something with finality. It can be about bringing in something to support making things better rather than ending things, or rather than making something sterile, really. Let me just I'm going to get a bit more information about this, just so it's really specific, because it's quite an unusual card. So it says garlic has the ability to flavour food deliciously, as well as being a powerful antiseptic and antibiotic. The combined qualities of purification and flavouring are surprising and unusual. Selecting this card may indicate a need to consider how you can purify and strengthen an aspect of your life without introducing an element of sterility. Often we feel the need for change. We envisage removing things from our life, and this may be the right course to take, but consider first whether there is something you can add that will naturally improve it without having to put in the effort of eliminating it. So, shall we have a little look at what this is all about and what's going on? So this is the overriding card about what's coming in the next chapter for you. I want to have a look first at where you have been. So let's put this up here. Where have you been and what's actually been happening for you? Spirit, what has been happening for pile 2, please? So we have got that you may have been required to be listening more than you're speaking. So you might have been required to listen from your heart. I don't know if this is going to actually potentially mean that you haven't had the opportunity to speak, but there's something that you've been doing that has involved you having to listen. So you could have a job in which you have to listen to people to help them, and you have to be compassionate and understanding. Or perhaps you're in a relationship where you've had to be compassionate and understanding a lot. Maybe it's within your family. Let's have a look. Spirit, what else have we got for pile 2, please? Next card we have got is the Deep Freeze. So I want to say that you could have felt. There's a few elements to this. I'm going to give you them all because this is a general reading. So we'll just see what resonates, and if it doesn't resonate, leave behind the bits that don't resonate so that you get, the right information for you. You could have been frozen out. So somebody either could have closed off emotionally from you, or stopped including you a little bit, or just kind of frozen you out. At the same time, this can be to do with something that just keeps ticking along and there's nothing too major going on with it. I'm going to have a look at this one as well, because these are all a bit unusual, and I want to make sure that we get the story right so we can, as we go along, we can understand. It says everything has its season. Now is the time to put activity on hold while you rest. So it's the freeze bit can be asking you to slow down. Some things aren't yet ready to bloom. It's time for regeneration and hibernation, a pregnant pause. Not going anywhere, not needing to. See, things might have been put on ice to hold them. But what's interesting for me is sometimes if you've been frozen out of something, that can make you want to leave it. Which is why I'm kind of thinking it's maybe relationship based somehow with, it doesn't have to be a romantic partner. It can be somebody in a family or friends or work colleague. Let's see what else we've got, because I'm intrigued. Pile 2. What else has been going on? What else has been going on for pile 2? Certainly when I tuned into the energy of this reading, it really shifted and became much more steady and much more slower, almost like a slower heart rate, like it was kind of, like when things are cold, they go a bit slower. Things slow down, don't they? Right, what else have we got? Gentle gardener. So you may have been, whether it's actually literally gardening, but this tends to be about somebody who is nurturing others, is helping them to grow, who's investing time and energy into things very carefully to help support the nourishment and growth of others. There's a lot of what I'm seeing here is that you've invested care and compassion. You've listened. Things have maybe been a bit slow or not that warm, to the point where you've kind of gone, shall I just give all this up? Whatever it is. Let's have a look. Why? Why has this been going on? Why has this been going on for pile 2, Spirit? what has it been doing for pile 2? So I've got 2 cards for this bit. And we've got the Queen of Pentacles, which is somebody who is very generous. And we've got the King of Cups. Now, this may literally be you and another person. So the King of Cups is usually somebody who's quite good at understanding their emotional self, is quite loving and caring. And the Queen of Pentacles can be somebody who is, you know, can be more, it can be good at creating hearth and home, but also is somebody who is very generous. So they're they're both very nice people. It can be that this has been happening for you because you've been learning about being generous, you've been learning about how to manage your own emotions. I'm just going to put those there. This is a very, very interesting reading. I feel like this reading is more focused on emotional stuff and people. It's very people orientated. So whatever's been going on here may have been a bit flat, but also caring and compassionate. You know, nothing too. Oh, Luna's after something. She's excited about something. I think you've lacked a bit of excitement, to be honest, is what I'm seeing. Is that right, Luna? Is that what you're telling me? Pile 2 has been lacking a bit of excitement. Let's have a look what's coming for you then. So Pile 2, Spirit, what is coming for Pile 2 in the new chapter of their lives? So we've got the Lady of Shalott. So this is about love and letting go of anything to do with you feeling like a victim, letting go of idealism, an illusion. I'm just going to put that there so we can look into that a bit more. The Lady of Shalott suggests that we might not have the right understanding of ourselves, and that our understanding of ourselves needs to be shattered so it can be rebuilt. So there's kind of an illusion around who we are in the world and the relationships that we have and the job that we work in and the friends that we have. It says it's time to crack that illusion, breaking the perceived image of who you should be, so that a new image can be created. And creating this new image of you, you will be creating new experiences and a new way of living. So a new version of you needs to be brought in to your world. And maybe part of this is not being everything to everyone. You know, you might have got pushed to the point where you've been so good and so lovely. Luna wants to go to the bathroom and I'm busy. Wait a minute, Luna Boo. Let me just finish this bit, then I'll put it on pause and I'll sort Luna Boo out. So you might have been so giving and trying to be there for everyone, or listening and not putting yourself first, that you've almost stepped into a bit of a victim role with it. Whereas in actuality, you can shift that. You don't have to be everything to everyone. You don't have to be put on this planet to serve others, especially, I want to say, if they're not appreciating you, which might be the deep freeze bit. But it doesn't mean that you have to finish everything altogether. You just need to make some shifts and changes. Right, I'm just going to pause this a second. And then I'll get the other cards. She was tricking me. She didn't even need to go. She just wanted some attention. And maybe, maybe that is exactly what you need. You need somebody to give you some attention, to make you feel good. But that person might have to be you. So, Spirit, what else is coming in the new chapter for pile 2, please? So we have got, the star. The star is very much about being who you truly are, finding your own self-worth and your self-value, having hope. Look at the little fish there. From the depths of their water usually represents emotion, but they're looking up to the stars and making wishes. You can wish for a different kind of life. You can wish for anything you want. You can have that hope that you can enjoy something different. And then we've also got the Page of Pentacles, which is about manifesting your dreams. Again, that one's also about having hope for the future and what you're going to do. So there's a new version of you coming in, and hope is one of the most strongest things, It's kind of underestimated, because when you're without hope, life is dreary. And I feel like maybe there's been a little bit of, in this deep freeze, maybe there's been a bit of a lack of hope, which is why you've been thinking that you need to give up on things, or rather than adding to them. So the Page of Pentacles, one of the little statements that can go with it is, I can be practical and realistic and still run ahead to meet my dreams. So you can still make them happen, which is absolutely lovely. And this new hope somehow is coming in. There must be a shift for you going on. The star is very much about expecting miracles. So there's kind of a new lease of energy coming your way. I want to see, Spirit, which one are we going for? This one. Spirit, what is the challenge for pile 2, please, as they go through the shift of stepping into this new element of hope and like a new lease of life, knowing that they can actually start to manifest their dreams, because they don't have to keep being the person that they've been there for everyone. What is the challenge for pile 2? Oh. Making connections with others. So I think part of the challenge is going to be how you connect with others, how you actually value yourself enough to just be you, so that you don't have to be of service to others, so that you don't have to support them in different ways. So that you can just be you and be accepted for being you, and then you can connect and make friends and maybe build a romantic relationship based on not having to give so much of yourself, and not having to just be there for the other person, but they are able to come and be for you also. I'm going to get another card. I want more. Right, let me see. Spirit, can I have another card that's going to show me who pile 2 is going to be? Who are they going to be as we're stepping into this new chapter of miracles, dreams, and hope for the future? Who are they going to be? Oh, look, how amazing. It's like by shifting into this reality of dreams and expectation and excitement. You'll come to a degree of completion within yourself. You'll feel more whole. You'll be able to, maybe you'll actually venture out into the world more. So whether that's locally or globally, you know, whether you travel and start experiencing new things for yourself, it will start to take you out of, you might have been a little bit restricted to your same places, whether that's literally restricted to your home or restricted to the same places that you keep going. But the world is going to open up for you. You are going to become braver, more courageous, more curious, so that you can go out there and seek new things. What advice have we got? What advice have we got for pile 2, please? This is a very interesting pile. Beautiful energy. There's, you know, it feels very gentle. What have we got for pile 2, please, Spirit? We have got, it is never too late. So you can make changes to your life. You can always have dreams. You know, even if a dream comes to fruition, we can have another dream. And that's the whole point of life, to keep on, you know, going and experiencing new things and becoming new aspects and elements of ourselves, because to experience the joy of life. So we've got, the other advice we've got is more spaciousness equals more possibility. There's a chance you might have to kind of simplify your life a little bit. So if you are spending a lot of time listening to other people, you might have to back a little bit of that off so that you can actually bring more space into your life. Or actually cleaning out your house. You know, if you chuck away things that are no longer, or give them to charity, that are no longer right for you, right for who you are. You know, if you're moving into this energy of being this person who wants to experience a different life, who wants to be more outgoing, who wants to venture onto adventures maybe of some sort of another, you might not want to wear the same things. You might not want to have the same things in your life that you had. You might want to create space, whether it's people, you know, or your time or your things, so that you can start filling it with new things. What else have we got? Okay, challenge helps us clarify what we want. Yeah, so don't be afraid of new elements that are going to come up against you. Once you start stepping out of a way that you've always been, it can be a bit scary, because, you know, it's familiar to keep being in this place where you're supporting other people so much and helping them grow and focusing all your attention on other people rather than yourself. Just keep embracing anything that you encounter that seems a little bit more difficult, because it's what helps you to grow. You know, you will build resilience to things. And the final advice card is because you matter, and you do. You are the main character on your stage of life. Nobody can live your life for you. And sometimes we come to life, and depending on what's happened in our childhood, or, you know, in our younger years, we can end up serving everybody else through our life, which can help you feel good in certain ways. But it's so important that you experience life for you as well. I'm sorry about Luna Boo, because when you get to the end, you know, you want to have experienced all the things that you wanted to experience as well. it's no good living just for other people. It's not really constructive to full development of your soul, which is what I think is quite important. Balance is what's important, you know, being there for others and connecting, having, you know, a sacred union with someone or with friends. It might be that the relationship is what the challenge is, you know, with for some of you, because of these two cards here. Like I said earlier, maybe this is a relationship issue, but it's about finding your space in the relationship so that you matter just as much as the other person. That might apply for some of you. I'm just getting a final card to conclude what's going on. So the final card we've got to conclude what is happening for you in the next chapter of your life is called the Restorers. How interesting. Well, that certainly sounds like it's going to make things better. And sometimes if we are referring to the relationship element here, by focusing more on yourself and doing your things for yourself that make you feel good, which can often be reflected in the star, that you sort of become more confident about who you are and unafraid to show the truth of all that you are. Excuse me. That can actually restore a relationship, because if we end up putting ourselves in a certain dynamic where we're constantly looking at the other person and pining for what we want from them, or worrying about their behaviours, or worrying about how they feel about us, it can mess it up. It can mess the relationship up even more. We need to be able to stand in our own light, stand in our own empowerment at a soul level, because you matter. You're just as important as anybody else. So that's what I'm going to say about that, but there's more. So, okay. Interestingly, this one says, although adventure and excitement are necessary ingredients in life, we also need periods of peace and calm, oases. I had to say that twice because I still don't think I said it right. In our busy lives, you might need to make time to have time out. So that's maybe time out from all these things going on where you're giving so much of yourself. Going on a retreat or a spiritual, you know, picking up a spiritual practice can be part of this. It's about making space for yourself, making space for your mind, making space to bring in practices that are more healthy and healing for you, whether you do a bit of yoga, whether you look at what you're eating, whether you just have some journaling time, meditation, just time to be with you. So interestingly, on my shorts videos today, the card of choice is the High Priestess, which shows that having time to sit in stillness and to get in tune with your intuition and your unconscious and subconscious mind is as equally as important as taking action for you on your journey through life. It says, by taking such a break, you give your body and soul a chance to catch up with each other and to find balance once more. Okay, so this is a very... for those of you who are watching this video, you feel like really, really lovely souls, gentle souls who are wishing to care and be kind and considerate to others. Just also be kind and considerate to you is, I think, the main key aspect of this. And just recognise how loved and important you actually are. And if you're in any sort of victim mentality, so if you feel bad about yourself, or if you feel like you're not doing enough, you know, all sorts of things where you might be criticising yourself, it's time to step away from that, to start having hope and to start being honest with yourself about the beautiful person that you actually are. If you've resonated with this reading, please do subscribe and press the like button. It helps to grow my channel, and it will help you to see other readings that are put out there. Thank you so much for watching today. It's been an absolute delight. Take care, and I hope to see you again. Bye-bye. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to today's reading with me, Rose, with Foxglove Coaching Spiritual Guidance. We're going to look at what the next chapter is for you, and you have chosen the card of agrimony. Now, interestingly, this is a bark flower remedy, and quite often agrimony allows us to present how we really feel. The card itself suggests that we've maybe been through a period of depression or feeling down, and we're coming out of that period now. So we should be coming into a period that's a bit lighter, less heavy. There's the silver birches there, which is often about new beginnings. So let's have a look at what's been going on for you, and then what is coming in for you. So, Spirit, now then, please can you advise for pile 3? Please advise for pile 3 what has been going on for pile 3. So we've got mountain. So it may have felt like you've been going through something that's like been trying to either climb a mountain, so it's been difficult, or get around a mountain, so it's been hard to get past. And it might have been literally in the 3D world, or it might be something within yourself. The fact that it's saying that you're coming out of a difficult period emotionally where you felt more down, perhaps you've had to kind of really fight within yourself to pull yourself up from that and rise above it. Let's have a look what else we've got. Spirit, please can you tell me what else we've got for pile 3? Sometimes we go through something called the dark night of the soul, which can be about so we've got solitude next, which is interesting. But sometimes we can go through something called the dark night of the soul, where we've had a bad time and we've not felt so good, and we can feel down, depressed, angry, resentful, all those difficult things, and just not wanted to see anyone because we're not in a great space. Or you could have just felt like you've just naturally been spending a lot of time on your own because of circumstances in life, but quite often it can be if we don't want to see people because we're going through reflection, or we're not feeling quite as good in ourselves, whether it's physically or emotionally, sometimes we want to stay away from people and just take time out to allow us to get to deal with whatever this mountain is. Spirit, what else has been going on for pile 3, please? Home. Okay, so home, you may have felt comfortable. I mean, crikey, that sort of reads like a story in a way, where you've wanted to spend lots of time on your own in your home while you face your own inner demons, shall we say, and you've or maybe you've been working on something that's pretty hard, and you now after having been in this solitude space in your own environment, you're now kind of coming out of a difficult period for you. Let's have a look at why has this been happening? Why has this been happening for pile 3, please? So, oops, I can't pick them up now. I've got 2 cards. Okay, so we've got the Page of Cups, which can be, so sometimes there's an element of neurodiversity there, so that might apply to you. And then the other one is also to do with being able to come up with a plan of action so that you can move quickly towards your plan of action. You can build up that momentum of what you actually want to go for. And the Page of Cups can all be to do with coming up with ideas and having a dream, being a dreamer about what you'd like to achieve. And this is about taking that swift action. So you've maybe needed that time out. I apologise, Luna wants something. What do you want? We're doing this at a funny time of the day, and she's just been fed, so now she's joining in. Are you trying to tell me something? So is that right, that there's something that they've needed to get, a goal? She's doing that head on the side thing now at me. I wish I could show you, but I've not got enough cameras. So yeah, it's to allow you to kind of create dreams in your mind about what you want so that you can build up the energy to go for it as quickly as you can once the time is right to do so. I'm just going to put those there. So, Spirit, what is the new chapter of Pile 3's life bringing in for them, please? What is the new chapter looking like for Pile 3? So we have got the White Spring. This says protection, healing, energy and gratitude. And that's lovely. Do you see how the light is shining on what looks like to have been a bit of a dark area of the forest? The light is shining on that area. And interesting, just here, these are like little prayer things tied to the branches. So somebody's been making prayers that things are going to get better, or that you're going to feel better, or that life's going to get better in one way or another. And the light is showing that this is happening now. The healing is taking place. You're coming out of the position of difficulty that you've been in. Let's see what else we've got. Spirit, what else is coming through for Pile 3 in the next chapter of their life, please? 2 cards from this pack. So we've got the Knight of Cups and the Page of Wands. And interestingly, both of these are a bit similar to the Y scenario, but this is about having lots of ideas now. You know, you're kind of coming alive again with ideas. And there's romantic notions. So whether you're wanting to actually meet someone romantically or bring more romance into a relationship that you're already in, it's about connecting with other people through friendships. See how that little squirrel is offering that little acorn cup to the bird. So it's about making connections and wanting to engage with people a bit more, and having all these ideas about what to do in life and how to enjoy life. And the energy is rising. This also might be new friends, new people coming into your life. The Page of Wands, somebody who's got lots of ideas and lots of energy, and somebody who's a bit of a typical romantic. So it is a general reading for lots of people, so do take what resonates for you and leave behind what doesn't. So that's really nice. You can really feel with that there's more positive energy coming through. The light of healing is going to start shining on your life so that it lifts you up a little bit more. Spirit, what is the challenge card for Pile 3, please? What is the challenge for Pile 3? What is the challenge for Pile 3? realignment, awakening, perspective, new beginnings. Okay, so, I mean, crikey, that's stunning. That's very exciting, but it might be a little bit difficult for you to come out of this darker period of life that you've been in and to step into this new beginning, and to go through this awakening, of having these ideas and this new energy and this new healing light. It might be a little bit uncomfortable for you, and you might wonder if you're still going to go back into what's been difficult in the past. What advice have we got? Oh, no, I want to do another one. Hold on. Which one do I want to do? Let's do what is... What are we doing? We're doing this one. What is pile 3 going to be like as a person in their new chapter? Who are they being in the new chapter of their life? Please, Spirit. Who? Oh, the sun. For each pile have had such an auspicious card at this point about who they're being. Now, interestingly, see how it's raining? You are going to be the light in other people's darkness. When this rain comes for others, you are going to be the dove of hope. You are going to be the sunshine that shines on them and helps lift them out of it, because you know what it's been like. And that is part of how you're going to make the connection. This is so beautiful what you're going into. But also the sun is one of the best cards you can get in the tarot pack. It shows that life is going to be happy and joyous and peaceful and contented and just so lovely. And you are going to be able to give more of yourself than you've been able to in the past, because you've got that within you now. I love that. I like the fact that they're bringing roses as well, which sort of ties in with connectivity. Right, let me get some more advice cards for you, please. Spirit, what advice have we got for pile 3? What advice have we got for pile 3? We have got... keep showing up until it isn't scary anymore. How perfect is that to tie in with the challenge card about the new beginnings? Just keep trying. It's okay. Just keep showing up as the new you. The new norm will sink in soon enough. It's just being brave and courageous and allowing yourself to step into new shoes, basically. What other advice have we got, please? Because right now is all we have. So now is the time. So it's time to let go of what was once before. You don't need to hold on or attach to that. You can be whatever you want to be in the moment. So be this new version of you that is more hopeful, more full of ideas, more full of positive, brighter energy. That's who you are right now. That's who you're being in the future. You don't need to worry about what you were once before. Let's just... and a way to help you feel good, but also to make connections, is to hand out compliments freely. And practice that. It will help you to engage with other people. It will help you to build those connections. It helps to be positive and to remove any elements of judgment, in a negative way. It helps people to open up to you in a heart space kind of way. It really helps with connections. If you see something in somebody else that you appreciate, to say something nice about them. It can be the sun shining on their difficult day. It's this version of you where it's the sun shining on a difficult day for them and giving that little lift because we've all got anxieties, we've all got insecurities and self-doubts and, you know, all these sorts of things. So to say something nice to someone can just make a huge amount of difference for quite a period of time. And sometimes people remember it forever. So let me just get one more advice card, please. Awe and wonder. So step into this new beginning that you're having, into this new chapter with awe and wonder, and be open to all the lovely, 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 wonderful things that the world has to present, and all the lovely, lovely things that people have to present when they get past their fears and their insecurities. I'm going to get one more card for you that's just going to clarify, well, it's going to give a nice conclusion of what's happening and where you're going in the next chapter of your life. We have got oh, I had this the other day. Clover. I know what this is because I've literally been and picked some clover. I don't know if you'll be able to see. Oh, no, that's rosehip. There's a bit of clover in there. In honour of this card, I've went and actually picked this card, some clover to support this, because this is almost like a wishing well. And clover represents true abundance and happiness and good fortune and all good things coming towards you. It is absolutely the most delightful card that you can get. And this represents the new chapter that you are stepping into. So have joy and excitement in your heart, because you're stepping out of something that was a bit isolated and lonely potentially, and stepping into something that's much more heartfelt and, you know, glowing and shining and lovely. And just like, you know, like if you pick a 4-leaf clover, it gives you good luck. And it's meant to be really special and really positive. It's kind of that feeling with this card, but bigger, but more. I know Luna's even waffing along brief tiny bit as well, because it is all good things. Oh, so come to those who wait. But all good things are coming towards you in this next chapter of your life. You've turned a corner. You've done it. You've been there. You can leave it behind and enjoy what is coming for you next. How absolutely marvellous. I can't fit this on anywhere. I'm going to stick that in there just so you can see that. If you've liked this reading, if it's resonated with you, please do click on the like button and subscribe. It helps to grow my channel so I can help more people, but it will also tell you when I'm releasing more readings so that you can see those and check them out. I wish you all the luck in the world. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Goodbye.